Hey everybody, Felix Staffelbaker here. I'm seeing a lot of people who just don't understand how big of a deal it is that Dan Larimer built EOS and coded it and is, having it up and running. A lot of people think that he left EOS and is not working on anything related to EOS, and that's patently false. What he did was leave his role at Block 1 to be able to engage more with the community, to be able to actually produce and build the applications that he wanted to build on top of EOS. If you go back to some of the interviews where he was when the launch of EOS was getting ready and during the ICO, he talked about how he wanted to build applications for people to be able to use the blockchain in very unique and interesting ways, and that he always ran into certain problems where the blockchain that he was working on, whether it was Steemit or BitShares, was that there was a scaling problem. The blockchain couldn't simply handle the load, the volume, and all that kind of stuff. And so what he set out to do was partner up with a brilliant mind like Brendan Bloomer and come up with a general purpose blockchain, come up with a blockchain that they were able to make basically the base layer for the entire web, but they were trying to basically come up with a blockchain that no matter what type of application he built, no matter what type of input, and no matter how many types of users he was having on the particular application, that it would be able to handle the load, it would be able to scale appropriately to be able to meet the demand and exceed the demand, unlike when we see things like Ethereum had to launch CryptoKitties and it basically caused the protocol to crash back in late 2017. And so what Dan did was literally build out a general purpose blockchain called EOS.io, and then the community launched EOS, which is an EOS.io protocol. And then Dan started building applications. He's made mention that he has many applications in the works, and that many of them he basically just couldn't release or do while he was at Block 1, being under a company and being basically under non-disclosure and all through the company rules to not release certain information. So he never left blockchain at all. In fact, he's been more in blockchain than probably anybody. He's built more blockchains than anybody, been more successful, and he has one of the most unique views and the most, I would say, hardened views on crypto, because he's been in the trenches, he's built the content, he's tested chains, broke chains, built chains that withstand the test of scaling, and that actually accounts for something. Whether or not people want to admit it, whether people want to give him credit or not, he's a big reason of why EOS was able to be as successful and on time as it is. And he hasn't left at all. He is now in the community. He's got Eden OS going, and he's continuing his mission to make EOS the most prominent blockchain. And with him, and if you know his dad, Stan Larimer, who actually was successfully bridged BitShares to EOS in the Bayos chain. He was former CIA and just a heavy hitter himself, so he's not like some small guy. Dan's not some small guy. Like, these people are like literally destined for this type of innovation, this type of accolades that they're going to hopefully receive once everything is out in the public and everybody understands what's going on here. Hopefully they get the credit that they deserve, because there isn't too many people I've seen in my research that are on the level that they are on. And I don't think that Dan's left. I think that he's here in a bigger and better way than he ever has been. He's still working, still building, still got a ton of stuff coming. And I'm thankful that he was the one who was able to harness the capabilities of these general purpose chains to be able to scale them out basically to the world. It's going to be the way that things move from here on out, is going to be on EOS, in my opinion. So I just want to put that out there that Dan didn't leave. He's here, he's building, he's got the best stuff in the works. There's so much more coming to EOS that anybody who's down on it or who has lost a little bit of capital investing in EOS, I wouldn't even worry about it for what's coming in the long run. Same thing in like the .com bubble. Some of the companies that didn't produce initially, and then we saw the massive bursts of capital and inflows coming whenever we reach the peak of the .com bull run. So I just want to put that out there. Stoffelbaker out.